Hello boys and girls, I am SidAlpha. Now, I've made it no secret in the past what my favorite types of games are. Story-driven games, grand strategy, and RTSs. And when I come across a game that harkens back to a 90s style RTS, it really plucks at my nostalgia chords. Well, with 8-bit Armies, that's exactly what we have here. A retro-style 8-bit graphics done as a 90s version Command & Conquer clone. So let's take a look at what happens when you cross Minecraft's graphics scheme with an RTS in 8-bit Army. Now, 8-bit Army is a new RTS by Petroglyph, the same company that brought us Star Wars, Empire at War, Battle Battalions, and Grey Goo. Now, right off the bat, I thought I wasn't going to enjoy this game. The reason why was because I grew up in the 90s. I'm one of those older guys who played 8-bit games when they were the standard, and typically I don't like going back to that form of aesthetic because games are so much more advanced now with better graphics, smoother gameplay, and a lot more polished than they had back in the 90s and early 2000s. So, I also don't like Minecraft for the same reason. So I really didn't have high hopes for this game going into it, and boy, was I surprised. The game is done very much in the old Command & Conquer style with modern 8-bit graphics and mechanics. I found myself sinking immediately back into old habits as the control schemes and the unit types were immediately familiar to me. Now, the gameplay takes you through a full 25-mission single-player campaign with text-based mission delivery. Unfortunately, I haven't encountered any cutscenes or voiceovers in the game, and the lack of any extras are really felt here. But what they lack in frills, they make up for in overall content. In addition to the single-player campaign, we also get a 10-mission cooperative campaign, plus skirmish mode, plus a fully fleshed out multiplayer. However, do bear in mind that I wasn't kidding when I said this was a clone of the old 90s style Command & Conquer games. The overlays, unit compositions, control schemes, basically everything about the game absolutely screams Command & Conquer, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, I do have to say that it might be a little too much of a throwback to earlier RTSs. One main thing you have to be aware of is the AI, which is overly simplistic and doesn't really provide much of a challenge. If you are familiar with RTSs, you're going to want to play this on hard pretty much right off the bat. Even the normal mode is far too easy, and I would recommend that mode to start with, even if you're unfamiliar with real-time strategy, which is, kind of a disappointment. The graphics are exactly what you would expect from a game titled 8-bit Army. Namely, 8-bit graphics. Deliberately blocky in a style reminiscent of Minecraft, the game still manages to maintain a smoothness and feel that one would expect from a modern game, which marks the 8-bit style as purely an aesthetic and not a lack of quality. The game does run at 60 frames per second with no issue, and even with large numbers of units on the screen, I noticed no frame rate dips below 59. The game runs smoothly and it appears to be very well optimized. It does have issues with tabbing out in multi-monitor environments, but it has exhibited no crashing or any odd in-game glitches to be found. Now, with all RTSs, the value and usually the large amount of fun is derived from its multiplayer. Well, the game does have a fully fleshed out multiplayer offering, however the options do appear to be a bit light, which would be in keeping with the old style look and feel of the game. However, there is an active community here and definitely more than just a token offering at launch. Now, the game's story is basically a text-only offering to justify why you are performing the missions that you're performing, and is a pretty dry read, to be honest, guys. This is a shortcoming that is, while prevalent in the RTS genre as a whole, it's still very regrettable, and one that I really wish that designers would rectify. But, sadly, this game is not going to be the game to do that. So, regardless of all of that, though, 8-bit Armies is a very good RTS and a nice reminder of how the genre used to be. Easily worth a $15 asking price whether you've never played RTSs before or are an enthusiast, and it is available on Steam now. So once again, boys and girls, I am SidAlpha, and this has been a brief look at 8-bit Armies by Petroglyph. Again, it is available on Steam for $15 or your original equivalent. Thanks again, boys and girls, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, boys and girls. Thanks for checking my video out. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even that subscribe button. Trust me, it works really good. Don't forget to share with your friends, and if you're interested in following me on Twitter and Facebook, the links for that are in the description down below. I also have a Patreon if you're interested in helping to support the growth of my channel, and the link for that is down below as well. And once again, thanks for watching and supporting my channel, guys. I really appreciate it.